Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty. Born. Born to be alive.
Born to be alive.
We did not rehearse this. I knew when I started singing that, Martin would fall right in. It's just some things Martin and I can sing to each other, and it just comes together, man.
I see.
You gotta let him get out of the system now.
All right,
You started it.
I'm just saying, wait, let him just get it out.
It's done. It's done.
All right, got to get them last do's up. But yes, Bourne is very much alive, and he's back. Matt Damon said a long time ago, he said, man, I ain't doing this shit
I'm an
no
actor.
more. Yeah, had me running around, slapping people.
I did 3 of these. We ended. Let it be gone.
It's done.
Let Hawkeye do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jeremy Renner came in, they kicked his ass right back out. They said, man, look.
Nah, you good, buddy.
Yeah, you good, but you ain't no Matt Damon.
Exactly.
Yeah, and people, and well, I mean, it's not like the movie did bad, but it didn't make as much money, as putting Matt Damon on the poster. And he said, Matt, we need you, man. He said, all right. And I said, especially since, your friends been looking online, and we found some more information about you. We ain't done yet. You thought your story was wrapped up, but we went digging deep, found some hidden folders, and man, we found shit out about your experiment that they did to your daddy.
About your pops?
Yeah, your pops out there, they fucked him over. Now I know you on the other side of the world, beating the shit out of people, but come on, man, you need to make things right. This story is not done yet. So Jason Boured comes out of hiding, except the bad
Jason Reborn.
Jason Reborn, rise, motherfucker, rise. Look at him like, I don't want to do this shit.
I'm so tired, my bones hurt.
Just let me be. But they said, man, look. The other thing is, come and solve this shit, get it done. And the reason why they really pressing for it is because over at the good old CIA, they say, yeah, this is the good time to put that bait out there and finally get rid of Bourne. Your boy Tommy Lee Jones said, he's working with the CIA. He's like, I can't sleep knowing that motherfucker's out there running around. But we got him now. And I'm just gonna get straight to the point with this and just let you know. No one wants to be here for this movie. No, I'm not talking about us. Matt Damon don't want to do this shit. The director don't want to do this shit.
The writer don't want to do it.
The writer don't want to do it.
There was a writer?
No, no. The writer wanted to be here. He got an easy check. He wrote 1 page and left.
Well, he pretty much looked at one of the other movies and snatched a couple pages out of that, stapled them together, and went, here you go.
Yeah.
Melania Trump?
Yeah, he plagiarized all the other Bourne movies, man. Yeah, these people do not want to be here. I have never seen an action movie where the action star looks so bored.
Can we just
Out of
get
his mind.
Can we just get out of the way and just say the title of this should be Jason Boured?
Bored, man. Yeah, I mean that is not a pun. That is accurate.
No, it's accurate.
This man, I remember I remember when we looked at the trailer for this. And let me pull this clip up right here.
Yeah,
because
man, that trailer had everybody losing it, especially when it came out with like Super Bowl 50.
Oh,
Sure.
that's right.
They were
Everybody
glad
saw
to
that.
have him back.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that trailer is sold on that one punch.
Yeah.
Knockout.
man, that is true. We saw that trailer and we saw Jason Bourne walk up to a dude, some Serbian dude, and knocked his ass out in 1 punch. And we said, God damn, he is more badass than ever. No, he just wanted to get done with this shit.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be done.
The weird thing is, that scene's in the movie, but it's shot at a different angle, at least the one they show us,
Yeah.
and it takes all the impact out of it.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
They showed it behind him the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what the hell just happened?
I like the way he got this motherfucker singing Village People on the grave, like, YMCA. Crucified that mother. Shit, he knocked his ass out. He thought he won. Yeah.
I'm the greatest.
I'm the greatest of all time.
Nah, man, you in the hospital.
Yeah, he just knocked his ass out because he wanted to get done with this shit. He wanted to go home.
Mm-hmm.
This
Get me out of here now.
yeah.
The weird thing is, though, I saw Matt Damon do a lot of promotion for this movie.
Matt Damon is friends with Paul Greengrass, the guy who did the second and third Bourne movies.
Right.
And it's quoted with him they were shooting the last one, the Bourne Ultimatum, I believe. And Paul Greengrass looked over at Matt Damon. He just straight up said, "This ain't fun no more, man."
Oh.
And Matt Damon said, "Yeah, this shit's getting boring, man. I'm tired of this too."
The writer was saying the same thing as well. Like all three of them were like the crew, and once they got to Ultimatum, they're like, "All right, man, it's kind of run its course. We need to get out of here." Then that studio was like, "We still cutting checks. Y'all better make something."
And Universal, this is Universal, right? That put this out.
Oh yeah.
They tried to respect his wishes. They tried to do that, and they said, "All right, man, you know Hawkeye coming up in the rings. Let's get him. He's a badass." And even Hawkeye looking like, "Yeah, I know y'all want Matt Damon." He can't even sell the poster, man. Poor Jimmy Renner right there.
Where's the bow and arrow at?
Is that the real poster?
That is not Photoshop. That's the real poster
God.
right there, man.
Depressing.
That is depressing.
Yeah, he can't even like do an action pose or something. He's like,
Look, I'm what you got. So.
I know. They made me do it.
I came here to see Matt Damon myself.
Everybody keeps looking at Jeremy Renner, and they keep telling them, "No, you good, man. You just ain't Matt Damon. Oh, you just ain't Tom Cruise. Shit, you ain't even Mark Ruffalo. You know, we're going to do a Hulk movie before we do a Hawkeye movie."
Yeah.
You sound like, I know, goddammit. but that's the irony here is that, because I get it, from a business point of view, from a business perspective, Matt Damon did 3 movies. And there's no hard feelings against Jeremy Renner. I love the guy, but Matt Damon is so identified. He is the brand of the Bourne series that they had to get him back. The irony is that that's probably the biggest mistake that they did. If they had tried to keep going down a different path, maybe they would have got something better, because what they got here, they rehashed everything that you saw in the last Bourne movies, man. I mean, I can't even say it's the greatest hits, because none of this shit really hits.
And this is just cold pizza, dude. It's just something somebody pulled out the fridge and it was like, "Here you go, take it if you want it." But it's leftovers, basically.
Bringing Matt Damon back made a pointless movie. I mean, seriously, I wasn't lying. They brought him back in the shittiest, most uninspired way. They pretty much said, "Hey, man, we found some folders. Your pops is in here. You need to come back." And he just comes back. I can guarantee you all the shit that he's going through in this movie is not worth the trouble that he's going through.
Yeah, they never really give you a compelling reason for him to come back.
No, and when he comes back, we get the same shit. It's the same thing where, you know, Matt Damon's running around. Meanwhile, people in the office talking about, "Oh, he's right here. You know, they're tracking him. Oh, he's here. He's going to the bathroom.
TV.
Yeah. He's taking a shit right now. Get him. Move now.
Enhance.
Move the satellite.
Everybody's
That costs $3 million.
Exactly.
Just do it.
Everybody's standing everybody in the CIA standing in a room with blue fluorescent lights trying to find out what fucking Matt
I
Damon
can
is.
see you going through the old Treadstone files. Retracing your history. I know you're looking for something.
Give me that phone.
You're like, "Damn, you talk too fucking much. Give me this goddamn phone right here. You
Nah,
fucking
man,
this all up."
That part was so jarring, and just like the first 20 minutes was so jarring, because every female that was in this I thought was a robot, because they were like, "Yes, Jason, we need to come and find you." I thought somebody slipped in Ex Machina when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, because Julia Stiles, she was so bad. Her
Yes.
delivery, I was like, man, if I had never seen her before, I would just leave going like, "That's the worst actress in the world."
Yeah.
But as the movie went on, I was like, "Oh, that's just the way we're doing business around
Oh,
here."
yeah.
today.
I would say this, though. Tommy Lee Jones, he's getting that check for doing not a fucking thing.
for doing the Tommy Lee Jones.
for standing around, just talking. Now, half the time, he's not even talking to anybody. He's talking to a phone. Yeah. And, you know, but I tell you, I don't mind that. I kind of like it. While Tommy Lee Jones is doing the same thing that we always kind of criticize him for, just pretty much showing up, and being deadpan, I do enjoy his character a little more than everybody else here.
He would not want to see you harm the agency.
You have to stop this. You have to stop it now.
And I like what he's right there. What you have to understand is that I like Tommy Lee Jones and I like the movie for this. Everybody in the film is kind of a morally ambiguous character, and Tommy Lee Jones is supposed to be the villain here, but he really is trying to stop Jason Bourne from releasing the information on a lot of other people, which will get them killed. In his mind, he thinks he's doing right for his country. I mean, he's not slimy, he's not sneering, he's not evil. There's one time I appreciate Tommy Lee Jones just being there and doing out a fucking thing is here, because he's not overacting, he's not overselling his character.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of again, though, but going back to rehashing stuff, it kind of felt like he was playing the same role he was in The Fugitive. I was waiting for him to say, search every in-house, out-house, you gotta find Jason.
That's every movie.
And in Criminal. That's what I kept thinking of him being the same character there. And for everything you're saying, there is a scene between the two of them when they finally do meet up. And I thought for about 45, maybe 60 seconds, okay, this is the best part of this movie. They're actually talking. And what they're saying here is important. But it's interrupted by a gunfight and never really picked up again.
Well,
And I want to go with you, but Tommy Lee Jones' plan throughout this movie was some of the dumbest shit you could ever possibly do.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because his whole okay, we got to keep this quiet. So let's publicly assassinate this one guy.
Meanwhile, let's take out innocent people, collateral damage. Let's destroy half the cities that we chasing this guy in.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Vikander.
Alicia
Vikander.
Alicia Vikander. Yeah. Once again, I was like, when these people doing an American accent and speaking completely through her nose, I can't stand that. I know America's probably a little bit more nasal than other places, but not that much.
But you know why I do like a character for the reason that you said, because she's been telling everybody. She said the plan that this guy has here, this is the dumbest shit.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
He said, I know I'm new here, but goddamn, this is obvious, man.
Did nobody else see this?
Yeah. Maybe because I am new here. Y'all fucking up, man.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
You know what? She should have been the robot.
She should have. I was waiting for that to happen. I was waiting for her hair to come off and even the glass go off. Like I knew it.
Oh, you talking from Ex Machina?
Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing also. As I said, there's a lot of moral ambiguity in this movie. I just don't think that the movie's executed well because it moves too fast. This is one of these places where I say, wow, a movie moves way too fast because there's no characterization. Since you have no characterization, you don't really root for the characters. You don't really feel for these characters. They're not even real characters. And they have, in these characters, it kind of, because it's moving so fast and you don't really get what their goals are, what their missions are, it kind of turns some of them into an asshole, especially Jason Bourne. I like that Jason Bourne is now sort of, he has morally questionable tactics that he uses. Because, I mean,
I'm curious as which ones you were talking about.
Well, for example, since he has no real point, he just causes chaos wherever he goes, man. There's a part where he's running through the Greek streets where they're having a riot. There's a protest going on, and he just stops going after the bad guys, the people who come after. He just starts taking shit out randomly. He just starts shooting vans and he just starts punching people, man. Like seriously, people just standing too close to me. He's just like, see what I'm not lying. Look at this clip right here. Like, I don't even know who that guy was right there. It was just some dude standing there just watching, man.
He was chasing Julius.
Yeah, I think he's one of the CIA.
Okay, because I thought it was just the guy who was just watching.
You took this movie in a completely different light.
You really did, because I was a terrorist. I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, because I thought that dude was just an innocent bad bystander. Like, what I do, man?
No, everybody that got hit there was a bad guy.
Okay, all right. So I know I make y'all defend Jason one way or another.
Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, how about this? Well, how about with, okay, maybe he's doing his job right there, but then he goes to people's homes, and they even try to be nice to him. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't, and he's rude. I mean, downright just shitty to people. While he's in their apartment.
We both after the same thing, right?
Will you shut the fuck up?
We both want to take down the corrupt institutions that control society.
I'm not on your side.
I was like, bitch, I was trying to be polite. You want some tea? And maybe there were some points that I did miss in here, and I'm not going to even lie to you. Maybe I missed them because I just didn't care. And
I can't blame you, bro.
I'm not going to lie to you. And let me explain myself right here, because what you're seeing, they gave me clips where they want to show you bits of action that make sense or makes it seem like he has a point, but there's so much going on. There's so much action, and when you watch, and it's plain to see that Matt Damon is not very interested. He's not very invested in his character. The action is boring.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, because you talk about the action, you make it sound like there's a lot of fight scenes. There aren't. There's like 3 or 4, but most of it is just chase. It's running, it's driving, mostly fast walking. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and when you say it moves too fast, it does, but it's moving fast too fast on a treadmill. Because it's the same thing over and over and over and over. Getting from one place to the next, 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 to the next. Can we have some talking, some description? Maybe he can meet with somebody and we have some interaction.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Nah.
Got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. To the point where it's almost like watching a Filmation run cycle. Like the
Same
same
background keeps going by.
And it's like after a while, you get road hypnotism. You're just like,
yeah. You see the Flintstones house go by.
Yeah.
You know, man, I give Paul Greengrass credit here. Look, he's gonna go in as well as he can with the action right here. I mean, I give him credit for making some his trademark, gritty, almost realistic action. It makes a lot of the more outlandish action seem almost believable. But even then, I mean, when you start doing the same old routine shit, I mean, how many times can you see somebody drive a car into the opposite end of traffic? I mean, we see this over and over again. He filmed it well, but this is done to the point where it's a joke now.
Like even the stuff that he was doing well in the original Bourne trilogy, like it's done here, but in a crappier fashion. Like somebody would watch his movies and said, "Oh, I can do that," because I went back and watched a lot of the fight scenes from the first and third one, and like, wow, they're filmed really well. Like even though they're really close, you can make out what's going on. And this one, the camera was it lost its shit when it came into close fight scenes.
It's funny because that's the problem I always had with the Bourne movies, was that the fight scenes were filmed, like the fight choreography looked like it was good, but it was just filmed so close and so choppy, at least so close, I could barely tell what's going on when I get an impact. But here, it's close and it's really choppy.
It's close, it's choppy, and it's all done in the dark.
Yes.
Those other Bourne movies, everything was done majority of the stuff was done in daylight, but everything almost in this movie is done at night.
And you know, and that's the other thing about it. I remember you said something about another movie, and I saw that here. It's like he's so much of an action director here that even when there's scenes of drama, there's be scenes of people just talking, and the cameraman looks like he's swatting a mosquito or something. Everything is moving. And the actors are trying like, we have Bourne on the phone right now. You know, they're like they're dodging a sniper or something. I mean, it's like, you know, I know we love kinetic cinema, man. We talk about how movies are paced slow. We talk about how movies should be a little livelier, but this is one where it's obvious that they don't have much.
Yeah.
So that is why they keep things moving. And it really does become boring. They tear fucking half of Las Vegas up and they destroy it. And I'm sitting up there like, I don't give a fuck.
And Tommy Jones is like, we're still keeping this secret though. Nobody knows. Oh, can I ask one thing? The editing in this, outside of it looking crazy there in the fight scenes, there was a part where they went into a hotel. It was broad daylight. They came out. It was the middle of the night. You gotta be kidding me.
I you know what? I noticed that, and I don't know if that's something that maybe, I don't know, maybe it was like the crack of dawn or some shit. I don't know, man.
No, man. And nighttime fell in 10 seconds.
you know, it just skipped sunset. It's night.
That's Vegas for you.
Hey,
anything can happen.
Maybe it was a casino that lit up, man. You know, I don't know, man.
The sun just goes.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I tell you this much. You want to know how? And this is no offense to Matt Damon. Matt Damon is a wonderful actor, but if you don't want to do this shit, stay your ass at home.
Maybe he got jealous when Ben Affleck signed on to do Batman.
Yeah. Well, good. Go be Robin then, but don't do this shit right here. You know, because I look at this and I knew that he was not interested because the cars look more invested than he does.
Yeah.
They got that SWAT van. That's like that van is a character in the movie because that van is way more interested in what it's doing than Matt Damon. Look at he's putting effort in that shit. Look at that. Look at me. Yeah, hey. He's trying to compensate for where Matt Damon's like not doing shit.
I'm a star, man.
Yeah, I looked at Martin and
we looked at each other.
I was just like, man, what the fuck? But now that I see how nobody cared, the only person that cared was that fucking SWAT van. I'm like, hey, man, good for you.
And Jason Bourne's indestructible challenger.
Yeah.
Man, that's always with these Bourne movies. At the end, it's all about him he finds the one indestructible car and just drives through the city and gets banged and hit. Oh, sorry, indestructible car that also has no factory airbags in it.
Yeah.
Like nothing it sets that off.
And that car,
they tear up Las Vegas.
You know, you just saw this part where the car went, the SWAT truck went through the trucks there. His car hits a car on the side of that, and he just keeps going like nothing happened.
Matt Damon finds that one car, Martin's right, the one fucking car that he does all kind of shit to this car right here. That car done scrape, scratch, crash head on and the shit. and then it hits a mailbox like, and he's getting out.
That's when he went through some glass doors. It's like, oh no,
Motherfucker got packages on him and shit. Man, fuck you. This is
I mean, especially considering that, like, right before this car chase, he had been shot in the stomach. And, and still was like, yeah, but I got to catch that dude no matter what it takes.
And
he was limping for like 30 seconds and then full out sprint. You're like, all right, I guess it this.
I'm telling you. This is the first time I've seen some like really competently filmed action shit, and even some of the more dramatic scenes, and it's silly as fuck. He got shot in the stomach. Now you have Vincent Cassel. I don't have a still of him right now, but he plays an assassin in the movie.
Yeah, like he's another Bourne type.
No, and and tell you how much of a non-character he is through the whole movie. He's been talking about how he betrayed us. He's a betrayer, but that's all he says.
Yeah,
he doesn't show that. He's not angry or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't show it. Nobody tries to talk to him, to talk him down, to say like, hey, maybe we want to keep him or let's help you. It goes nowhere.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Matt Damon and him gonna have a fight at some point.
Of course.
Yeah. And Matt Damon, you're right, he got shot in the stomach. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh. But when he sees Vincent Cassel, he's like, you motherfucker.
That Terminator soundtrack.
He's doing all kind of kicks and backflips and they wrestling each other. It's like, come on, man. Come on. No one gave a fuck on this movie. You didn't. You can't tell me you did.
Oh. We forgot to talk about the part where they're in the middle of a flat field, nothing to hide behind. She looks around one time, doesn't see him, looks around again, he's right behind her.
Pulling some Batman shit.
I lost my mind during that part. I laughed out loud. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to give this some old bullshit so bad. I really do. But then I'll be doing my man, the MVP, the SWAT truck. I'll be doing him wrong, man. He saved that movie, that fucking truck right there. I'm giving this a really low rental. Like I said, there is some competent filmmaking going on the technical side, but everything else, y'all didn't give a shit, and it's obvious.
I'll agree with you, man. There's some competent filmmaking. I'll give it to Paul Greengrass. You did some decent directing, but it's not the best that you could have done. It was not as good as the movies you did 10, 15 years ago. You don't care about your movie. I don't care about your movie. Some old bullshit.
This ain't Paul Greengrass that did Captain Phillips?
Yes.
Yeah, some old bullshit.
Damn.
Honestly, I left going, this is a low rental. And as I was driving over here, I thought about it. I was like, well, what's to stop it from being some old bullshit? Nothing. I mean, it's almost like I was giving it extra points because, well, it's Bourne. People love that. I was like, no, that's a worse reason to fuck it up this bad. And as we just talked about it, I was like, wow, that's not one really good thing to say about it. There's some things that are like, yeah, there was some competent filmmaking. Well, yeah, you're supposed to have competent filmmaking. You low expectation having motherfucker. And honestly, when it got to that scene with the movie's just completely dull to me. I was having trouble staying awake, but it got to that final car chase. It was so stupid. I was like, wow, I'm completely writing you off.
I get exactly what you're saying because I read reviews today where people try for some reason they think Jason Bourne will come after them if they don't give it a nice review.
No, people are trying because people were clamoring for this since what? The last one came out in 2007.
Oh, he back.
Yeah, he's back. Like, hey, it's what you guys asked for. And they didn't want Jeremy Renner. You had to have him back. Here you go.
I read one of the most I won't say cowardly, but just one of the most. Non-reviews out there, man, with somebody said, I mean, they actually said, well, it's good if you ain't got nothing to do, I guess.
You got
3 stars.
And money to burn.
Yeah. Well, if it's hot outside and the theater's like right down the street, go see it, man.
This movie had more car chases than Mad Max and less dialogue than Mad Max. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they did it.
I fell asleep. And I did one of those because there was no chair next to me. I did one of them things where and I was looking around like, oh, I'm gonna catch hell from Martin about this. I looked over at you like,
that's funny.
I thought both y'all laughed. I was behind y'all. Look at these assholes.